everyone, and welcome to the start of another owls themed reading vlog. There is my owl looking on. Since last vlog I hadn't actually got to any of the books. This vlog I can improve on that slightly. Last night I did start reading The Demon's Lexicon by Sarah Rees Brennan, which I am reading for the book featuring a witch or wizard. And which subject was that? Of course, that's the history of magic. So I did start that last night, but I didn't get much read. Indeed, I got like 4% in and could feel my eyelids drooping. I didn't even read the first chapter. Just couldn't make it to the end of the first chapter. So that will be tonight's focus. But today I've made a bit more progress on... Why am I holding up the great big thing when I can just hold the cover up? I've made a bit more progress on The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern, which is a book I'd started reading months ago and just haven't made any progress with yet. I'm now on page 150, and yeah, it was just a case of trying to sit down for long enough to get properly into the story, which I now am. So I'm hoping to read a bit more of this probably tonight too. But yeah, basically today I've kind of not really sure where the day's gone. I've done some colouring while listening to Lady Oracle by Margaret Atwood, which is my current audiobook, but that audiobook isn't one that can count for an owl. So yeah, I'm kind of making quite slow progress with a lot of these owls. I mean, what's the date today? It's like the 6th or something. I don't know. I don't even know what day of the week it is, quite frankly. So yeah, that's where we currently are. I've done a bit of cleaning today, which I also listened to my audiobook for. So today's been very audiobook heavy. Tonight will be more reading heavy, but I do need to also go on Animal Crossing some more because my Switch is calling out to me. So I should probably go and make myself something to eat now, as it is tea time. And then it'll be Animal Crossing / reading. Also, I feel like I haven't explained why we have a change of scenery. So I've moved back in with my parents, literally just before everything that's going on in the world right now started kicking off. So I'm now stuck in the house with parents I've not lived with for like 5, 6, however many years it's been. So that is a challenge. So I spend a lot of time in my room, which is tidy, but I can't really show many angles because I kind of ran out of space. But yeah, I moved back in with them 2 weeks ago. So that's at the time of filming this, because by the time you actually see this, you'll be like 2 weeks ago. That was mid-lockdown. No, 2 weeks ago as of filming this. So yeah, got the added pressure of Luke's moved back in with his parents, and obviously I can't see him because we're in different households. So you'd think that this is leading to a lot of extra reading for me, but I FaceTime him every night at 10 o'clock, unless either of us is watching something and then we change it to a different time. So when we spend an hour a day FaceTiming, so that helps. But yeah, I don't know where my days go sometimes. I just stay in this room chilling, and before I know it, like several hours have passed. I think I spent too much time on my phone. That's probably something I need to pay close attention to too. But yeah, this all happened because we needed to move out of the house that we were staying in, because we're buying a house, but our house that we are buying isn't ready yet. And with everything going on, we now don't know when it will be ready. So I don't know how long I'm now stuck living with my parents for. But hey ho, could be worse. Could be all alone. As it is, I'm in a house full of people and there's no escape. There's no escape. I've not even been doing the daily exercise, which is probably bad. But I've really taken this whole don't go out thing to the extreme, and at the end of the day I don't need to go out for exercise. My parents' garage isn't actually easily accessible. I have to go onto the street and then walk around a corner to get to my parents' garage. So that's kind of the exercise that I get if I want something from the garage, because a lot of my stuff is in there. That is that. So yeah, until things change, you won't be seeing Luke in these vlogs. Don't go thinking that because there's a different background we've split up. Far from it. We are incredibly happy, just sad that we're not together, and impatiently waiting to be able to get our new house. But that also means that, yeah, I've not been filming really much outside of this room because my parents certainly wouldn't want to be on camera. I know my mum doesn't. I doubt my brother would be. I've not actually asked him, but I really doubt it. So that limits where I can actually film a lot. Very much stuck with this room for now. Okay, as you saw, Animal Crossing won. Also, that hot chocolate was absolutely beautiful. I got bought that from a friend in the Secret Santa group at Christmas, and that was delish. I'm so glad I'd saved it for sort of just a random nice chilled night in. Like they're not all right now, but yeah, went down a real treat. So it is now 8:30. I've got an hour and a half until mine and Luke's FaceTime date. So I need to work out, do I spend an hour and a half continuing with the Starless Sea? Probably should. Or do I spend an hour and a half reading on my Kindle the Demon's Lexicon? Which I also feel like I probably should, because that one's actually an owl's book. Not sure. Not sure at all. I wish I could like do a live vote at this very second and find out what you're thinking as you're watching this as to which I should read. It's night time. It's Kindle time. Yeah? Yeah. Going with the Demon's Lexicon. I need to get more into that anyway. As like I said, I got 4% in last night before falling asleep. So it'd be nice to get a bit more solidly into that and more aware of what's going on in the story. Hi everyone, so it is now Tuesday. I didn't vlog at all yesterday because I just spent far too long playing Animal Crossing. I was obsessed. It was very much a binge Animal Crossing kind of day. I did do a teeny bit of reading first thing in the morning, which took me up to page 178 of the Starless Sea. So I'm making progress, but today's goal is to... Is it unrealistic to try and finish this book? Today's goal is to try and finish this book, or else see how far I can get, I guess. But first, I do need to check into Animal Crossing, because if I don't play some Animal Crossing now, I'll probably just binge it later. So if I can hop in and out throughout the day, we'll start off with a strong morning in it, then hopefully I won't feel the need to play anymore and I can read. This game's been terrible for my reading, honestly. Okay, so I did my 2 hours on Animal Crossing, as you saw. I was going to spend the next few hours reading, but I've just remembered that I need to edit last week's vlog still, and it needs to go up today. So that's this afternoon sorted, I think, once I've had lunch. So it's nearly 8 p.m. and I've just finished getting that video online, and now I'm like, there's all the time gone, I've not done any reading, and I'm still not going to do any reading because I need to play a bit more Animal Crossing. I will read tonight in bed. I'll read the Demon's Lexicon, so I'll update you tomorrow with hopefully some better reading news than how this is all currently going, because it's currently a bit non-existent, isn't it? Also, I've picked a really bad angle for this. There we go. So yeah, I will definitely read in bed. It's just, I've got things that I need to do on Animal Crossing as a daily thing, and I haven't done those things yet. And I just want to kick back with some Animal Crossing and escape. And then when I get in bed later on, I can escape to in a totally different way. So, full of escapism. Wow, I look terrible. Hello everyone. So excuse how terrible I look today. I didn't get much sleep. Not feeling particularly great in a kind of period kind of way. So yeah. I am about to start reading The Starless Sea, and I'm gonna just sit and read it for some hours, I think is the plan. I've already spent a lot of time today on Animal Crossing, and I've already also watched some booktube, so I've really got no excuse now except to just sit and read. I want to finish this today. It's not going to happen at all, is it? But I'm gonna try. Hi everyone, it's update time. I just want to quickly start this by saying I am wearing clothing. I'm just in an incredibly warm room. This bedroom of mine at my parents' gets ridiculously hot, and even with the window open, I still feel like in Spain or something. So yeah, summer clothing, here I come. Meanwhile, update time. So we'll start first of all with The Starless Sea. I said yesterday I wanted to finish it. I knew that wasn't going to happen, but it was nice to kind of try. And I'm now on page 256. My goal again today is to finish it. We'll see how that goes. Kindle wise, I've not picked it up for a few days. I've been trying to finish Starless Sea, so no update there. Audiobook wise, I finished why can't I think what it's called? I finished Lady Oracle by Margaret Atwood, and oh my goodness, did that book surprise me. So I originally was just reading that because A, I'm interested in reading all of Atwood's books, and B, it was the book club read for what the book club read last month. So I was playing catch up on that. I listened to it relatively quickly, a lot of the time while either colouring or playing a bit of Animal Crossing, whatever, and doing a bit of housework. And yeah, I flew through it, kind of. The beginning half I flew through, but I probably only enjoyed the first 20 to 30%. Then it went really downhill. At the point where I stopped it, it left me at a point where I didn't really care about picking it up. There was nothing forcing me to pick it up. I had to force myself to pick it up. And then the last maybe 25% again was absolutely amazing. So the beginning was great, the middle was terrible, or at least dull and boring and lost me a bit. And the end was fabulous. So it left me a bit confused on how to really rate this book. And in the end, I went for 4 stars actually, because the beginning was that great. The ending was phenomenal. I enjoyed the last 25 or so percent that much that it kind of swung it all for me. But yeah, it's definitely a very different Atwood book. But I didn't read that for the owls, so that's all I'm going to say about it there, I think, overall. Owls-wise, I've still not finished anything for the owls. I am reading something for the owls on my Kindle, but that's as far as we are. I've started another audiobook today, but that's not an owls one either, because I was an idiot and didn't make any of my owls audiobooks. So I've started Persuasion by Jane Austen. I'm about halfway through, so flying through. Quite an easy audiobook to get on the go actually, and it's one of the shorter ones, so probably going to be done with that in a day or two. That's all the waffling I'm going to do for now. Time to get reading. So today has been a very audiobook heavy kind of day. As you saw in the clip, I've been doing a lot of colouring. I'll just show you an update of the picture that I've been working on. I have a bit to do yet, but it's definitely getting there. And while doing that, I've been listening to audiobooks. So first of all, I finished Persuasion by Jane Austen. This is definitely not my favourite Austen book. I think it's possibly my least favourite so far. I gave it 3 stars. I just thought it was a bit I didn't really care about any of the characters. It was enjoyable enough, but it let's face it, it was no Pride and Prejudice, which is currently my favourite Austen book. So yeah. After that, I started a new audiobook, which isn't on my TBR for the month, because I ran out of audiobooks I could find that were on my TBR that I wanted to listen to as audiobooks. Everything else I'd rather physically read. So I just picked a random audiobook off Scribd that was in my recommended, and I actually went for The Treatment by C.L. Taylor. This is a YA thriller. It's her debut as a YA thriller author. She's done adult thrillers before that, of which I read one a couple of months ago, The Escape, and absolutely adored it. So yeah, I went for this, not really expecting an awful lot, seeing quite kind of 3-4 star kind of reviews for it. And I'm actually addicted. I'm loving it. It's really fun. It's just what I kind of needed. Something a bit different to everything else I'm reading. Like, I'm still reading The Starless Sea. I've nearly finished it now, to be fair. I've got like just over 100 pages to go. But it's so dense. It's just so much effort to work my way through. Meanwhile, my Kindle book, I've not really been reading it because I've been trying to finish The Starless Sea, so I just needed something lighter in my life, even if that something lighter is a thriller. But it's quite a kind of messed up and weird thriller. So we follow this family that have got 2 teenagers. One of them has already been sent to a kind of treatment centre to curb his bad behaviour. He's been doing things like smoking weed out of the window. He's been stealing from his mother. And so they've sent him away to this treatment place. His sister gets a kind of letter passed on from someone mysteriously who then dies. And the suggestion is that the brother is actually like not in normal treatment and that he thinks he's going to be brainwashed. So then she wants to try and help him. And that's probably where I should leave the description for what happens. It's really messed up. It's really a bit like, what the hell is going on? But I'm actually really loving it. And like I said, it is just what I need. So I'm going to end this vlog here, as tomorrow is Sunday and I can start a new one all over again afresh then. I know this week's been a bit more patchy, but I've just not really felt like filming myself, to be honest. Next week, hopefully I can get a bit more involved again. But thank you so much for watching this vlog. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe by clicking the image of me if you want to see more book reviews and other bookish content from me. And I will see you soon. Bye bye.